Hey, welcome to another episode of What the Heck Are We Doing at 2 a.m. on what the hell is it? Monday, I guess it is now. So 2 a.m. on a Monday here at Minnesota Implement. I'm assembling an order in my disaster of a shop to go to a dealer. So it's actually a 10 or 12 unit order, but my truck can only haul 4 or 5 units at a time. So I am assembling a John Deere plow, a skid steer plow, and 2 tree pullers. But I realized in my 100 and some odd videos, I don't think I've ever gotten a video of a John Deere plow with the dual pin hook and pin latch system. So John Deere's make 2 different faceplates for this hook and pin system. The smaller one from the inside of the hook to the top of the pins is about 14 3/8, and then from the inside of the hook to the bottom pins is about 17 5/8. And so we can make these faceplates for either the large or the small pin set. Or in this case, since it's going to a dealer and it may be sitting on his lot for a couple of months before he sells it, rather than have a either or faceplate, he wants to have it have both pin sets so that he doesn't have to have redundant inventory or swap the faceplate. Because as a manufacturer, we at Minnesota Implement typically build right to the customer's needs. I usually build them either for the little pin or for the large pin, or for the 14 3/8 or the 17 5/8. But for the dealer, we can do this dual pin. And I'll probably do some of these when I start getting into static inventory for our own grab and go inventory. I'll probably start doing some of the dual pin. But I have also built these for some farmers where they've got a, let's say, 2028 or a 3032 tractor and a 6052 or something like that, a 60 or a 50 or 60 series. These faceplates, the small faceplates typically go up to, let's say, a 3028 tractor, 3038. But when you get into the 40 series and 50 series, and for sure the 60 series, then they use the larger faceplate. 40 series could be ordered either way. Honestly, most tractors could be ordered either way with the large or small. But typically when you see what it left the factory with, most of the 50 and 60 series tractors have the taller faceplate, and most of the 10s, 20s, 30s, and even some of the smaller 40s use the smaller faceplate. But like I say, the main thing is we can build these for either the small faceplate or the large faceplate, or we can do the dual pin. And we do get a little extra money for doing the dual pin because it physically is a larger faceplate and a lot more work. But the advantage is, like I say, if you've got 2 tractors with different faceplates, we can build for both faceplates. Or if you're a dealer that's going to be inventorying it, we can build it with dual pins so you can keep a single inventory that will fit any machine that they have. But this particular one is a 7.5 foot heavy duty plow. So it's all 1/4 inch thick framework, the floating with that toggle in there, 4 springs. Nice heavy plow that can go on either the smaller faceplate or the larger faceplate. And then, as I've said in some of my other videos, one of the big things when you get into utility tractor is notice our hydraulic valve is on, when you're sitting on the machine, is on the right-hand side, because typically John Deere's run their hydraulics up the right-hand side of the tractor, whereas a skid steer, that valve and hoses come to the left side of the machine. So the main difference you'll notice on our faceplates, we put that crossover block mounting hardware on both sides of the faceplate, so you can swap that valve. But these line sets on the cylinders are short on the skid steer one and long on the utility tractor one, because on the utility tractor it does have to cross over. Now obviously you could just double that back on this one and move that valve to the other side of the faceplate, but you'd end up with a hell of a lot of hose kind of piled up on top of your cylinder. But you could do it, whereas the shorter hoses wouldn't reach if you move the valve to the other side. Kind of a rambling long video here, but anyways, that is our John Deere cross draw floating plow, heavy duty, with the dual pin hook and pin faceplate for John Deere. And once again, our floating mechanism, you pull that pin out of there, and then the faceplate floats free of the unit based on the hinge down here, and it will stop against that stop, which also keeps the faceplate out of the hoses. So that little box tube in there serves two purposes. It keeps the hoses corralled, and it's a dead stop, so you can put down pressure on this if you need to. But that is Minnesota Implements floating cross draw plow for dual pin John Deere. Feel free to check out our other videos. There's like 100 of them or better. And check out our website for prices and options. Give us a call if you have any questions. Thank you very much.